Welcome to the Forsyth Magazines Podcast. I'm Brooke Eagle, your host, bringing you the stories of the people shaping our community. From business owners to local leaders, we'll explore their journeys, passions, and lessons learned. Let's dive in. Hey guys, we are back with another podcast episode, and today I have Stephanie Beeman. She is the marketing manager at Ronald McDonald House of the Piedmont Triad, and also Tim's wife.
I was about to say, I just love her.
I'm his favorite.
We're so excited to have you, Stephanie. How's it going?
You. It is going great. It's going great.
Good. Well, I just want to kind of start things off with just a brief overview of the Ronald McDonald House mission, because I'm sure people know, but they may not know exactly.
Yeah.
So just the elevator pitch.
Yeah, a lot of people don't hear until they need us.
Yeah.
Or they don't really know. So, yes, the elevator pitch is that what we do is we provide essential services to families who have children who are sick and in the hospital. So those services are shelter, a warm meal, family support, if they need clothes, if they just need a hug, so all of that thing. So just providing that physical and emotional support while their children are in the hospital.
Yeah, because we have so many great hospitals in Winston. So I know you guys have a prime location right near the hospitals.
Yes, we are across the street from Atrium. And so that makes us right across the street from Brenner Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
And then we have our family rooms, and we kind of refer to those as like a satellite Ronald McDonald House inside the hospital. Mm-hmm. So if you're a family that is local and doesn't need to stay overnight in the Ronald McDonald House, you can still go to one of our family rooms and just get a nice, snack, save a little bit of money on the hospital food. Mm-hmm. There's volunteers there that will sit and chat with you. A lot of them have activities going on, knitting classes and games for the kids and stuff like that. So just a little place to take a step away from the hospital room if you are not going to be leaving the hospital.
Yeah.
And we have one of those in Brenner Children's, in Novant Health, and in Moses Cone.
Awesome. So if your family is staying at the Ronald McDonald House, how many rooms are there over there?
So there are 36 bedrooms.
Wow.
And we're so grateful for that because since that latest renovation, we have no longer had to have a waiting list for families ever since that renovation. So that's been fabulous. So it's 36 rooms. The 36th room is a long-term suite. So a lot of times if we have a family where the child had an organ transplant or something where it's a really, really long-term stay and, lots of family members, then they can, that will house multiple family members in that room.
Yeah. So how do you reach these families? Like if you were a potential, needed a place to stay, how would you go about that process?
So the most important thing that we can do is really educate the medical providers within the hospitals, and because they do need a referral. And that can come from anybody that's on a patient's care team. So that can be a social worker, a nurse, doctor, just anybody that realizes that, the family's in for a stay of, at least a night or two, and that they are living outside of Forsyth County. And so all they have to do is really identify that family and fill out a short referral form. Yeah.
Oh, and I know you guys also have tons of volunteer opportunities. My gym came this past summer and cooked a meal in the kitchen, and it was such a rewarding experience for us. We'll definitely be back, but I want to talk about how that process kind of works there.
Absolutely. So, we just need a whole army of volunteers, short-term and long-term. One of the biggest volunteer jobs you'll see folks doing is what you did, coming in, preparing a meal. We provide at least one hot meal a day to families, and that is 365 days a year. And so we really depend on volunteer groups that will come in, and that includes bringing in the groceries and the ingredients, planning out a meal and preparing that. Usually we have roughly between 40 and 60 folks in the house any given night. I've heard families commenting, sometimes it's been days since they've had a home cooked meal if they've been in the hospital. There's food options there, but to have a home cooked meal is just super important. And I'm so excited. Something I'm looking forward to this year is we are expanding that. So once a month, it might be once a week, but at least once a month now, we are having volunteer groups prepare extra when they make the dinner, packing that up and then taking that over to the family room at Brenner, so that the families that aren't using our house are still getting, that meal. And I was in the room one day when I heard a mom come in, and she said, and she like pointed to and she said, "Those potatoes are homemade."
Oh,
she said, "I can tell." And
Yeah.
She said, "It has been 9 days since I've had a homemade meal."
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, volunteers are really, really important for that. We also have our front desk is staffed by a volunteer. So, the first person that answers the phone or opens the door for folks, we really love for that to be a friendly face and a sweet volunteer. The family rooms need volunteers to put in shifts to sit with family and just be a nice, warm, welcoming presence there. And then we have 9 hospitality carts that actually travel throughout the pediatric units, NICU, things like that throughout the Triad. They need volunteer shifts to push the cart up and down the halls and offer families snacks.
Tell us about the hospitality carts. I love that concept.
Yeah, so it's almost like the one further ring out. We have the house, and then we have the family rooms, and then one further ring out is the hospitality carts. They are, just about the size of a big old shopping cart. We have coffee, snacks, games, toys, fuzzy socks, just anything that can be a little bit of comfort and distraction. And then we have one in each of the hospitals, plus we have additional ones in some of the local pediatric units.
Okay.
Watown, Downtown Health Plaza. There's one in Greensboro at the Premier location there. It's like an urgent care location. So what that does is, it's putting us out in the community. So families that are showing up for regular well visits or prenatal care become more aware of who we are and what we do. So if there is a situation where they do find themselves in the hospital, or if it's prenatal care and when they do give birth, then they know that we're a resource for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what do you think are some of the biggest needs that Ronald McDonald House has heading into 2026?
One of the biggest needs, part of what I do every week is I reach out to our family support services and I say, "What do you need?" Because I put a post out on social media on Wednesdays. So definitely follow our social media, and on Wednesdays look for Wish List Wednesday, and that's always like what we need right now.
Okay. Wish List Wednesday. I like that.
Yes.
The alliteration.
Yes. And more than anything else, almost every time what I get back, especially from our family services department, is we need paper towels and toilet paper and coffee supplies. Like we have McDonald's obviously supplies us with a lot of coffee, but we need creamer, sugar,
Well, and
things
that's like
that.
something that's so easy. Like, when you're at Costco, grab an extra pack of paper towels or an extra pack of toilet paper. And how does that work? Can you just literally drop it off at the house?
Yes.
Okay.
If we are open, we're open all the time for families, but our business hours are 8:30 to 5.
Okay.
During the week. All you have to do is show up, ring the doorbell, and that's part of what the volunteer at the front desk is for, is to come down and greet you, and we do the whole thing. We fill out a little receipt for you for taxes and all that good stuff. But
That's awesome.
we're there to collect those things all day.
Yeah, and I know I already said, but I just can't say enough good things about getting a group together to cook a meal. Like, it's a great bonding experience for either a group of coworkers, a group of girlfriends, a family thing, a gym thing, a church thing. There's so many opportunities, and it's just very heartwarming to know that you're responsible for this home cooked meal that these people are so grateful for.
Oh yeah,
and need
absolutely. Yeah.
After all that they have going on. That's like the least that we can do.
Yeah, and if you can't do a dinner meal like that, we now have groups that come in most days now and pack bag lunches.
Okay.
But then we take those over. We either keep some of them in the house for the folks who are staying in the house to grab and take over to the hospital with them, or then we deliver the rest of them into the family room. So again, it's something that people can just grab and take back to the hospital room with them. And of course, baking.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of baking going on right now, but really any time of year people come in and, we don't really worry about, we like to provide nutritious meals, but at the same time, we also like to provide, people need their comfort food,
Sure.
in a time like this. So we make sure we always have plenty of cookies and nice things like that around. So that's a fun thing for groups to provide for us. So.
I love that. So Stephanie, a more personal question. What brought you kind of into this type of work?
Gosh, well, I've worked for nonprofits in some capacity for about 20 years. And generally a common theme with them is always organizations that support kids and particularly with food.
Yeah.
With feeding children. Saw it firsthand when I was an elementary school teacher for a time. I definitely had students in my room that, didn't have enough to eat and, really having to navigate, identifying, kids that needed backpack services and things like that. So, I've always felt like I wanted to combine, having a heart for helping people with where my talents are, which, is I could do what I do to make money for companies and sell things, or I can do what I do to, sell a mission and inspire people that way. And I much more enjoy using my my talents to help people.
I love that.
Using your talents for good.
That's right. That's
right. That's a great answer. I like that. I like that. So what does Ronald McDonald House have coming up in 2026 that you're excited about?
Oh my gosh. So I am very, very busy in 2026. We actually have a sort of overhaul of our brand coming up. So you're going to see a brand new logo. The name is pretty much the same, so you will recognize us. You'll be able to find us. But one of the reasons for that, and that's happening not just on our level, but it's happening from a global level from the organization, is that we really, really want to focus on how much our organization is about family. We are not an organization that is there just to just provide things for children and just, do that. We are taking care of families. And what we're doing that is because the families are taking care of the children. The families are there. They're the ones in the hospital room 8 hours a day. They're the ones that are trying to put Christmas together or trying to, celebrate a birthday. And they are the ones that are showing up for their kids. And what we're doing is just providing that support system so that they're able to do that. We're making sure they get a birthday cake. We're helping make sure that they get Christmas presents. So we're really trying to shift the focus from, we're the people that give the children all the Christmas presents to we're the people that are helping families make Christmas for their kids, that like we're helping those families stay together and, be a support system for each other. And so our mission hasn't changed at all. That's always been our mission. But I think as an organization, it wasn't always communicated clearly that that's really what we're about. So we have a brand new tagline that's going to be coming out that I think really just hits the nail on the head and really, really helps to express what we're about.
Yeah. So, I love that. That's exciting. So towards the end of this year, we can kind of see that coming.
In the fall. I'm going to try to make it a big to-do with some cameras and some fanfare. So,
and I know you guys have some events throughout the year. Do you want to talk about any of those?
Yes. So in the spring, we have our 3rd annual Wine, Women, and Shoes coming up. Tickets are on sale. If you are listening to this podcast, and tickets are on sale now.
Yeah.
And the event this year is April 30th. So it's a little bit earlier, not quite right on top of Mother's Day like it's been. So we're excited about that. And we kind of change it up a little bit every year. So VIP tables are back this year. That's what we're really excited about. And I'm kind of, every table is going to be a party is the way I'm looking at it, where, we obviously want to fill individual seats, but we're really looking to individual groups to like get a table and make that space that they're all at, those 10 people, like a little party within a party. So,
and it's going to be at Legacy.
At Legacy,
again.
Yeah. It's just such a great location for that. And so if you haven't been to one of the events before, it's shopping. There's a shopping and wine tasting experience with some boutiques and some great vineyards. And then from that, you move into the dining room and you have a great dinner and a program and live auction, and
I love a good live auction
stuff. Yeah. So, and of course, all of it comes back just for general operating funds for what we do. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I know you guys do something with like T-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm so excited. I can show you off camera, but we have the design.
Oh, okay.
I haven't revealed it yet, but we do a Sport a Shirt fundraiser every year. I want to say this year is probably the 22nd something year.
Wow.
I think we let the 20th anniversary just like slide right on by and didn't recognize it. We quit counting. But it's been going on a very long time. And when you buy a T-shirt, what you essentially do is cover the cost that we request families donate for a night in the house. Now, we suggest families donate $10 a night to stay in the house. They do not have to do that. And more than 80% of the families don't. They are not able to pay that.
Yeah.
And so the actual cost for us to operate a room is $100 per room per night when we put in the cleaning and the food and everything. So when you buy a T-shirt, you're basically taking on that suggested donation for a family and you're giving them a night. So we call it Sport a Shirt, Share a Night.
I like that.
The T-shirts will be coming out. We'll be selling them in February. Wear Day this year is a little bit earlier. It's March 27th.
Okay.
And so Wear Day is when we encourage everybody in the community to wear the shirt that you have already purchased and, take selfies, take groupies, show everybody your support. It's a big thing for like work groups and companies. We have entire staffs. Village Tavern comes out all three of their locations. They always buy a ton of shirts. A lot of the medical teams, pediatric offices, just everybody that wants to show their support, they will buy the shirts in bulk. And then we have a really fun day when everybody comes to pick them up. And then we have the Wear Day about a week later. And I will share that the shirt is green this year.
Ooh, so, I like green.
So yeah, we'll be on that kind of St. Patrick's vibe with it.
So how do you go about like buying a shirt? You do that online, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, so I will be flooding the internet with with ways to do that. But we have an order form that's on the website. So, and especially if you're buying in bulk, that's probably the best way to do it because you can, if you have organizations that are ordering like 20 and 30 shirts, it's kind of better to fill out that form. But we'll have, links to that on social media. We are still a little bit old fashioned in that you can just call us up on the phone
Nothing wrong with that.
I would like to order some shirts and we will take care of that. So yeah,
that's awesome. So another question, how do you go about signing up to volunteer to cook a meal?
Okay, so we have a link on our website.
Okay.
If you go to our website, there's a tab for volunteer, and you can follow. There's a link where you can sign up. If you want to do a meal, it's pretty easy. You just kind of find an available spot. And then we have a great volunteer manager. He will reach out to you and kind of walk you through the process. So you don't have to worry about just showing up and not knowing what to do. He'll send you some ideas for recipes. Not everyone knows how to cook for 50 people at a time. So, he'll send you some recipes and help you understand like what amounts you might need to buy and let you know.
Or use ChatGPT. That's what I did.
Yes. He'll let you know within a day or two how many people we think are probably going to be in the house. Yeah. And he'll just kind of work you through that whole process.
Awesome. Well, Stephanie, it was so much fun to learn about Ronald McDonald House and some things I knew, some things I didn't. You guys are doing great things for the community. So thank you for being a part of that.
Well, thanks for supporting us and having me here.
Be sure to give Ronald McDonald House a follow on Instagram. What's the handle?
Right now it's RMHCPT.
Okay.
That will change with the branding, but
we'll
make sure everybody knows about it. Yes.
But then you won't even have to refollow.
That's exactly.
Right,
exactly. Go ahead and find us now at RMHCPT.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Stephanie.
All right, thank you.
As always, you can find Forsyth Mags online at forsythmags.com, and all of our content is on our website. And of course, all of our content is in our print publications that you can grab at your local grocery store, restaurant, boutique, all the places. And give us a follow on Instagram as well at Forsyth Mags. And that's it. That's a wrap for today. Thanks, y'all. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Ooh, that's a mouthful.